the Lord's gonna do it? Do you believe that the Lord's gonna do it? Do you believe that the Lord? If you believe in Him, clap your hands. If you believe in Him, clap your hands. Said He would
be with you
forever.
See you through.
Said He would
Be with you.
forever.
See you through.
Believe.
Be with you.
Receive.
See you through.
Believe.
Be with you.
Receive.
See you through.
Look at the
Be
Lord
with you.
working it
See you
out.
through.
Look at the
Be
Lord
with you.
working it
See
out.
you through.
Look at the
Be
Lord
with you.
working it
See you
out.
through.
Look at the
Be
Lord
with you.
working it
See
out.
you through.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold on. I'll be with you. That's what He said.
When the storm rises and the wind blows, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
when you're up, when you're down, and almost level to the ground, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
through thick and through thin, from the beginning down to the end, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
hold on,
Hold on. Hold on.
I'll be with you.
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
When the storm rises and the wind blows, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
when you're up, when you're down, and almost level to the ground, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
through thick and through thin, from the beginning down to the end, God said,
I'll be with you. That's what He said.
hold on,
Hold on. Hold on. I'll be with you. That's what He said.
Whatever God
Said it.
that settles it.
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 Said it. Said it.
The word of
That
God.
settles it.
Your breakthrough
Said it.
is on the
That
way.
settles it.
Said
Said it.
That settles it.
Said it.
That
Said it. Be with you. See you through. 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 Hold on. Hold on. I'll be with you. That's what He said. Said it. That settles it. 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 Said it. Said it.
Your breakthrough
Said it.
is on the way.
That settles
Your
it.
breakthrough
Said it.
is on the way.
That settles it.
Trust Him.
Said it.
Never doubt it.
That settles it.
Trust Him.
Said it.
Never doubt it.
That settles it.
Said it.
That settles it. Said it.
That
That settles it.
Said it.
That settles it. Said it.
I told you.
That settles it.
Stand on the word.
Said it.
The word of
That
God.
settles it.
Stand on the word. The word of God.
Be there.
That said it.
Be with you.
Promise you.
See you through.
Said it.
Be with you.
Promise you.
See you through. Be with you.
Promise you.
See you through. Be with you.
Promise you.
See you through.
Hold on.
Hold on. Hold Amen. Anybody know that when God says something, that settles it? Whether you believe it or not. You know, we used to always say, God said it, and I believe it. Whether you believe it or not, it's already settled. So I'm just thankful today to be on this side of the ground. And I don't look at who's here and who's not here. I look at who needs a blessing. Now, when we start talking about this, we've been doing the giving series. Anybody need any money? Don't fool me. Anybody want some money? All right. So if that, I need you to take your iPads out, your notebook, whatever you got to take some notes with, because when the teacher is teaching instructions, your mind will play tricks on you. Sometimes you can't remember all of that. But when you hear something that resonates with you, you need to put it down where you can go back and look at it. All right? We're going to Malachi again, chapter 3, verse 6 through 8 today. And it says, "For I am the Lord, I change not." You need to underline that, because God is the same yesterday, today, and what? Forever. One more time. God's the same yesterday, today, and forever, and he changes not. Therefore, you sons of Jacob are not consumed. That's us, okay? Even from the days of your father, you have gone away from my ordinance and have not kept them. Return unto me, and I will return unto you, said the Lord of hosts. But you said, wherein shall we return? I'm glad she asked. He said, now, will a man rob God? Because you said, wherein have we robbed you? I mean, wherein have we gone away from your ordinance? And he said, will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me. How? All right. So last week we talked about tithing. Now we're about to get into offering. Okay, so I want to talk to you today about money back guarantee. Money back, thank you, ushers, thank you, praise team. Money back guaranteed, money back guaranteed. Can you say that? Money back guaranteed. One more time, money back guaranteed. Which means that in the offering is where you get your money back. Let's recap. Last week we talked about, is he worth a dime? And tithing means what? 10%, right? 10%. So he said now you should pay the tithing. But I want to go now to Genesis chapter 4 and tell you about a scripture that you know. It's a man named Cain and a man named Abel. That was Adam and Eve's children. Okay, so look at verse 2, and it says, and she again bare his brother Abel, because Cain came first, now Abel. And Abel was a keeper of what? That means he had a job, didn't he? Uh-oh, y'all getting quiet over. But Cain was a tiller of the what? Of the ground, or the soil, some people say. So I want to talk to you today about first fruit. First fruit offering. That's what you need to put down there. First fruit offering. First fruit offering is what we're going to talk about. And first fruit offering, I want you to look at the word. First fruit offering. Okay? First, is it second? So it's what? First. And when do I get the fruit? Is the fruit a seed? Is the fruit a seed? Is a product of the seed, but it's not the seed. Now you got to catch that now, because there's a difference between seed offering and first fruit offering. First fruit offering means the harvest that you got. Y'all got to catch me now. So first fruit means that the first part of the harvest that you get, now you should be offering it up to God. Okay, so what does that mean? First fruit, this is the first thing that you need to write down about first fruit. It shows your gratitude to God for the extra blessing that he's bestowed upon you. So when do you give first fruit? It just shows that you're show gratification to God that God gave you. Okay, let's walk this down. So if God gave you $10,000, got quiet there, boy. If God gave you $10,000, What is the first fruit that you should give? 10,000? A tenth? Okay. Y'all stay with me now. Not the tenth, because the tenth is what? It's a tithe. So we're now talking about first fruit. First fruit, I just said now, it comes what? First off of the harvest that you get. So if you got $5,000 and that is a harvest, you didn't plant the seed off of that, you will plant a first fruit offering because you're showing him how much you thanking him for giving it to you. Y'all catch that? Y'all got to stay with me because there are 4 types of giving. Tithes, today first fruit. Next week we'll talk about alms giving, and then after that we'll talk about seed giving. Today first fruit means that whenever God bless you with a abundance amount of money over that, we like to say all the time that first fruit is just at the beginning of the year. No. If you get a promotion on your job, that's first fruit. Did y'all see that? Extra money that comes in, that's first fruit. Okay? Now look what it says in verse 3. And in process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. Okay? So he brought the fruit of the ground. What did Cain bring? He brought a what? He brought the tithes. Now how do I know that? Let's look at that again. Let's go back to that one more time. So it says now, and in the process of time, it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto the Lord. What did he bring first? The tithe. The tithe that was due. How do I know? Because that's the first that brought. Now, we always say, now, why did he turn around and kill his brother, Abel? Okay? Tithing, I saw something. First fruit says this. First fruit shows your love, that you're not in love with money. First fruit, if you can release money out of your hand, you can show that you can do anything else. Come on, can I have church just 5 seconds? Because y'all like, man, I feel like I'm losing y'all. Let me come on down and y'all email just a second. Because how many people have paid their tithes again, and you've been looking for an increase that come and it didn't come? Everybody paid their tithe. And then you got mad and say, you know what, I paid my tithes and offering, but I ain't got nothing. I just got barely enough to make it. Because tithing does not bring the increase. Offering brings increase. Say that again. Tithing protects you. Offering multiplies you. Tithing, he said, I'll open up the windows of heaven and pour you out a blessing that there may not be room enough to receive, and I will rebuke the devourer for your sake. So should you tithe? Yes. So what should you tithe? 10%. So if you get your check tomorrow, or you get some money tomorrow, or you get anything you come into, first thing that you need to pay is what? Come on. You do not give tithes. Tithes is a debt. You owe that to God. What do we do with taxes here in the earth? It takes care of government officials. Well, in the kingdom of heaven, that the tithes is the heavenly tax that take care of the angels that come on your behalf to keep you protected. Y'all still there? See, that's what the tithe. But the first fruit brings you, watch this, brings you abundant. So first thing that it shows you that you're not in love with money. Then it shows that your gratitude to God for the extra blessing that he's bestowed upon you. Now let's look at the next verse here, verse 4. And Abel, he also brought, Abel also brought of the what? Okay, so he also brought the tithe. But let's find out what's different. And of the, come on, y'all, did y'all see that? Cain did what? He brought of the firstling. He only brought the tithes. Abel brought tithes and, did y'all see? Let that stay up there just a second. And Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat, the extra part. You know fat meat? Come on. What is fat meat? Extra. Come on. Anybody had a piece of meat and you bit into it that you wanted some meat, but it wasn't number fat? Come on, first thing you do, won't spit it out. So he said now, Abel, he also brought of the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof, and the Lord, did y'all see that? And the Lord had respect unto who? And to his, come on. Now, does he respect your tithes? Yes. But he respects people that go above the tithes. Did you see that? Both of them had the chance to do it. And Abel, he also brought over the firstling of his flock and of the fat thereof. And the Lord had respect for you going above the 10%. Oh, the Lord had respect for, I want to get some money in your pocket. Do you know how to get money in your pocket? This is how you get money in your pocket. Go above 10%. Now that 10% can be anything. That 10% can be 1% over there. It could be 5% over there. It could be 10%. And I always say this, if God asks you for 10% tithes, you ought to pay 10% offering. You're getting quiet. I told you start talking about money and sex, and the whole church get quiet. Look here. If God asks you for 10% tithes, you ought to at least show him that you love him by paying 10% offering. Got quiet again. Oh, let me say that one more time. If God asks you for 10% tithes, offering is free will. It's called free will offering, which means according to how much you love God, that's how much you pay him. Let me ask you a question. God has been good to you some other weeks better than other. God, there are some weeks that you get a real good blessing. So let me ask you a question. How can you pay tithes and offering off the same thing every week? There's some time that God give you extra money now. Hey, getting quiet in here. There's some time that y'all get extra money. So, but you just pay tithes and offering off of your work check. Let me come in y'all living room right now. Tithes and offering goes on everything that you got. Does God need the money? Because let's talk about it. God don't need your money. God don't need it. So why is God telling you to pay tithes and pay offering? He wants to see if you're going to be faithful over little before he gives you much. God is not going to give you $1 million when you won't tithe off 100. Okay. He's not going to. This is what God always do. You know, you've ever said this? I'm going to look down because I don't want nobody to think I'm picking on them. Look, Lord, if I had more money, I'd give it to the church. If I just had more money. Oh, Lord, if you just give me some more money, I'm going to give it to the church. And then so he let you go 3 months without having nothing. And then all of a sudden on the 4th month, he give you a lump sum of money. And you forgot that you told God that you wanted to bless the church. And God don't see nothing. See, he's watching you. God is watching your management saying that if you don't give me what's mine, I'm not going to give you abundance. Let me talk that to everybody that's listening to me. You will not go across the top unless you learn how to pay offering. Do you suppose to pay tithes? Yes. First fruit, watch this. First fruit is not every week. First fruit is not just, it's when you get a harvest, a big amount of money. First fruit is the only place now that you can give it to the church or the pastor. God gives you that where he allows you to pick where you want to give it. So your first fruit offering is not seed. Don't get that. You got to stay with me. First fruit means do what? You're showing God that you're gratitude for how he's blessed you, and you're showing him that what? You don't turn around and money, you don't love money more than him. And then the third thing, you can give it to a pastor or you can give it to the church. Tithes go where? Come on. Non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. First fruit, you can give it to the pastor or you can give it to the church. He leaves that up to you. Let me say that again. First fruit, he gives that. So if you get, you come into, say, $20,000. Now, $2,000 right there goes where? To the church. Now you want to take some fat of it because it's fat. It's thick. $20,000 thick, ain't it? So now you want to come and say, God, I want to show you, thank you for blessing me with $20,000. I'm going to give you an extra $1,000. I'm going to give you an extra $500. And it's not always, it's not big. But I ask you a question. How much are you grateful for what he gave you? Think about what you're doing. God is giving you this so you can turn around and have more. But it's not. This is where the church has been missing it. The church only been paying your tithes, and God has been sustaining you. Everybody got fired, you didn't get fired. People getting laid off, you didn't get laid off. People turn around and did you like this, that, and that, and God sustained you where they couldn't take you out. See, that's what tithing does. But the offering is what brings you more money. If you do the offering, when we talk about first fruit, how much has he blessed you? Rhetorical now. How much has he blessed you in the last 3 weeks and you haven't given God any first fruit? You gave him the tithe, but you didn't give him nothing off. So the tithe just sustained you. But the offering is what's going to bring more money into you. Let's say that again. You want to get some money in your pocket? Learn how to pick up the check. You go out to eat. I'm trying to show y'all some stuff that God has blessed me and it's worked. When you go out to eat and you got it, guess who take up check? No, my bills. Let me help everybody out with the bills. See, when you take care of God, you do it God's way. God's not going to let you go lacking. Think about it, God's not going to let you go lacking. When you do like God say do, you can't be God given. Come on, let's have church a little bit. The more you give, the more he give back to you. Just keep on giving. Come on, we've been singing that. You can't be God given. I'm telling every young person in here, learn how to pay your tithes and learn how to pay offering, and you'll be a billionaire by 20. What? Y'all got children coming up? Teach them how to pay the tithes. But you can't teach them how to pay tithes when you ain't doing it. Right, you can't teach them nothing. You done taught them about the tithe, and then they looking for extra money, and the extra money does not come. This is where the church has been missing it. Tithes does not bring extra money. Tithe only protects you, keeps the devil off you. God will rebuke the devourer for your sake. He will open up the windows, pour you out a blessing. That blessing right there means you don't go to the hospital. You have cancer, but cancer don't take you out. Y'all see? Do y'all see? That's protection. Even though he didn't say that you wouldn't have trouble and trials, you're going to have some troubles and trials. He said, but be of good cheer. He's overcome all those kinds of things. I got up this morning, last night, not feeling my best. Not feeling my best. All the way till I came up here, just not feeling my best. But I said, God, I got it right. According to your word, you say that if I tithe, that you rebuke the devourer for my sake. So based upon me being a tither and a consistent tither, you got to rebuke the devil off my body. Let me see, we got to learn how to use our authority. When you're not feeling good, you got to say, God, I'm a tither. And because I got a right to tithe, my foot, body, elbow, stop. So it wasn't until I walked up here that I could feel the sweat breaking. Now, God sometimes wait right until you get to the point where you can't make it no more. I want to help somebody out. See, God don't come when you want him. He don't move on your time. God moves on his time. But he said he may not come when you want him. Oh, y'all don't want to have church. But he's always right on time. I have found him to be bread in a starving land. I have found him to be a doctor in the sick room. I've found him to be a lawyer in the courtroom. I've found him to be a peace of mind. Those of you that need a peace of mind, you got to go back to the principles of God. Okay, and they said, well, money don't make me happy. Well, broke sure don't either. Broke don't make me happy. And come on, let's be for real, because the church don't want to talk about this, because we've had some preachers that have misused the money. Yes. You've had some preachers that played on your sympathy, had a $10 line, $15 line, $30 line, all that kind of stuff, and prophesied to you, and then based upon playing on your emotions. No. Don't pimp the gift like that. So because of that, you just was in emotions instead of in facts. So we were moved with emotions, and emotions don't move God. Okay, y'all don't believe emotions don't move God? I mean, y'all done cried out to God and it didn't move. Oh, God, wow, I'm going through this. God, he said, when you get through blowing all your snot, what you going to say? See, the courtroom don't care about you crying. Anybody ever been to court? Anybody ever been to court? Do they care about you crying and slinging snot? And so usually, if you start all that emotion, they say, let's take a recess. Get yourself together, then we come back. See, crying is a cleanser. Do I think that we should cry? Yes. But crying don't move God. Facts of the law moves God. So now when I pay my
offering, the increase comes off my first fruit offering. So he gave me $20,000. I'm just using this now. I pay my $2,000 tithe. Now, according to how much I love him, I'm going to put some extra on it. That's first fruit. There's no amount on it. You just showing God, God, this is how much I love you. And all of us love God a little bit better some weeks than others. Amen. Come on, don't y'all look at me like that. There's some weeks that we love God, and some weeks we look like, God, I don't know about this thing. I really don't know about this. Look, based upon how good he's been to you that week, that month, that year, that's where I get. But I always say, if you want a principle with first fruit, if you give 10% tithe, give 10% first fruit. Did y'all see that? So guess what? And he said now, that's where the blessings, the 30, the 60, and the 100 folds come from off the offering. We've been getting up here as preachers and saying, you know what? Oh, bless the tithes, 30, 60, and 100 fold return. That's not right. 30, 60, and 100 fold return is on offerings. Say that again. 30, 60, and 100 fold is not on 10% tithes. 30, 60, and 100 fold is on, what's 100 fold? Because we've been using multiplication, but watch this. 100 fold means if I give $100, think about this. God turns that $100 100 different ways where it multiplies. Did y'all see that? God, if you give $100, God will fold it. Now, what determines 30, 60, and 100 fold? Your faith. Your faith is what brings it in. There are sometimes you can believe. You know, I don't know about y'all, but when I give big offering, I be trembling. I be trembling. I know God said it, but I don't know about y'all. When y'all, I've gotten to the $1,000 seed. See, when you get to $1,000 seed that you broke the back of poverty, when you can let go of $1,000 out of your pocket. So when I got there, it's just like, oh God. God, now I know your word said this, but I know this, but hey Doc, my car no do. Hey, and watch this. Do y'all know that? But since we've been talking about giving, the church finances went down. I'm just trying to show y'all something. Since we've been talking about, now, the devil is trying to get me to put my eyes on the circumstance of the amount of the money that's coming in. Do you know something else? While we were out, the offering was up. We came back, offering went down. Now help me with that math. Now the same people are doing the same tithes and offering, but while we were gone, whoo, we came back. Woo. How did that happen? Well, I know what some people say. Well, you know, I didn't have no gas bill due before we come back to church. But let me help you out. You did have a gas bill. You going everywhere you wanted to go. That was a gas bill. Now, why do I keep talking about this and I'm going to let y'all go? I'm going to let y'all go early today. Why am I talking about this? Because you're supposed to be a millionaire, billionaire. I am tired of the church being broke. I'm going to keep on talking about it till y'all become millionaires and billionaires. I've said this over and over, that this church will have a millionaire and a billionaire that will sit on every pew. I've been saying that even when nobody showed up. This church, and I need y'all to get in gear. And how you get in gear, getting there, it's your offering. You got offering. Y'all paying good tithes, but y'all ain't paying nothing else. Y'all doing the tithes, but the tithes don't bring the increase. It's everything over the 10%. Let me say that again. I'm going to keep on saying this till you get it. How good is God to you? So if you pay the tithe, what about sometime trying God? Because he said, prove me. Put me to the test. So if that's the case, have you ever tried God and paid him more money? You want more? You got to give more. Give, and it shall be given what? Come on. Wait. There's a principle. It didn't say tithe. It says give, and it shall be given back to you good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. Watch this. Shall he cause men? I've been some places, sitting beside some folk, and they just blessed with some money. Now, how did that happen? The principle says, the more that I give, come on, y'all. I know y'all don't want to hear. I know this ain't one of them just make you feel good. I'm trying to get some money in your pocket. You don't want no money in your pocket, just tune me out, just don't listen to me. And I'll be watching you broke. If you listen to me, the giving is what got us with what we have now. Giving. It's the giving, not the tithe. It's the giving. All the giving that this church has done. You want to get a church paid for? 5 acres of land? By your giving, not your tithes. Not your tithes. Let me help somebody else out. Do you know that the tithes is really supposed to be there to take care of the pastor? All the temple workers got paid off of the tithes. So by right, watch this, I could take all the tithes. That'll make everybody walk up out of here. I could take all the tithes, biblically. Watch this. But if the people only pay tithes, who's going to pay the light bill? Did y'all see that? This church, I want y'all to give. You've heard me say that. I want you to give till it hurt. Give. What you mean by that? I want you to follow me. Follow my example. I'm not telling you to do nothing that I haven't done. I'm telling you. Can't tell y'all too much. I want some money. I want some money. And I turned around and gave all the money that I won to this church. And it wasn't no $100. Getting quiet now. But watch this. Off of the seed that I planted, the return that I get back was way over the offering that I gave. I'm trying to tell y'all, if you want to be blessed, learn how to give. I can't say this no more than that. Y'all got to learn how to give. Learn how to be a giver. Learn how to be a giver. Y'all have been doing wonderful on tithes. But tithes does not bring increase. Tithing brings protection. Offering brings increase. If you want offering in your house, first you need to pay your what? Tithes. After that, pay God something. Give him a little extra. Because the more you give God, the more he gonna what? There are some people in here that give to me often. I ain't gonna name drop. But those people that give to me often don't ever have a need. Okay. How is that? Because whatever man soweth, that's what he shall also reap. If you plant into the man of God, you plant into the church, you're doing it on behalf of God, and God will give it back to you. I'm saying this again. Some of y'all right now, y'all saying, well, this money here is to pay off this credit card. Have you ever thought about God didn't give you that money to pay off that credit card? He gave you that money to plant it up into the church? What? Did you? See, we're so selfish. I saw something back in the first part that says, will a man rob God? Yet you have robbed me in tithes and offering. So we always say robbing him in tithes. Watch it. He said rob me in tithes and offering. See, we ain't saying nothing about the offering. We've been saying the tithes robbing God. No, you have robbed God in tithes and offering. Let me show you how you rob God in the offering. You pay your 10%, and then you take his offering that he's giving you, and you go help somebody keep their lights on. Should you do that? Can you do that? Yes. But watch this. Did you ever ask God, where do you want me to give this? See, everybody that come to you with their hand out, you're not supposed to give to them. Okay, yes it is. You being God. He said, if a man turn around and give himself to be burned in the fire to save somebody else, but have not love, don't profit you nothing. See, so what happened is the church has been getting the good tithes, but watch this. Why the church don't look like the casinos? Why? How can we be serving a big God that got everything, but when it comes down to this money, y'all will do everything for God, but y'all will not let that money go? He said, wherever the treasures are, that's where your heart is. See, God judges how much you love him by what you give him. Uh-oh. You don't believe that? Okay, well, watch this. For God so loved the world that he what? Okay, and did he give a little bit? What? So did you see that? Giving says, I give all out. See, when I give all out, it's going to come back. Did y'all see that? You cannot be God-given. Oh, I just be want to run up out here sometime. It can't be that easy. Yes, it can. It can be this simple. Just learn how. For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believeth, ETH in the King James means continuous, in him should not perish, should not go under, should not have all this debt, but shall have everlasting life. Shall have what? Well, I got a goodbye, y'all. I got to get out of here. So what is the motivation for first fruit giving? What is the motivation? Here it is. Generosity. What makes you do first fruit giving? How generous are you? Now, anybody got some children in here? You might have one that is free will. They give everything. You got one that ain't going to give nothing. You love that child, don't you? But the one that gives you a little bit more, okay, did y'all see that? You love both of them the same. But the one that say, you know what, Dad, I appreciate you. Mama, I love you. You be like, what you want? Did y'all say, come on now. When the babies come up to you and then like, oh, I love you, crying for you. You just, ooh. But the one that holler every time you look at them and then they don't want to come to you, go on with your little spoiled self. Did y'all see? That's how God loves all us the same. But there is some favor somewhere. And the favor is on the people who do offering. Let me say that again. It's on offering. It's on offering. I want this church, I've said it over and over, and it's bear repeating for the social media. I want this church to have so much money that they think we're dealing drugs up here. I want them to look at us and say, how in the world they get all of that? No. See, mansion, what makes a mansion? Big. See, we should have mansion. Not wait until you get over to the other side to have a mansion. And I always say this, how you going to know how to act in a mansion over there when you don't know how to act in a mansion over here? You're going to misuse it. So God is preparing you for a mansion. Guess what? God wants you to have a mansion right here. He wants you to have 14 cars right here. If that's what you want, look here. If some of y'all don't like cars, so don't look. But y'all like all shoes. Look, if you got 100 pair of shoes, God don't want it. All he says is when you get all of that, just remember me. That's all he said. Just remember me. God wants us to have back. And what it look like for your daddy to have everything, and we don't have everything. Right now, we should be able to raise $10,000 right now. Oh, it got quiet, didn't it? Right now. But the average person that's in here right now, we can't get our hand on $200. 200. We can't get, if I say, well, you know, right now, let's get a $200 offer. Now watch this. You might not have it in your bank account, but you got it on your credit card. Now, God didn't give me that credit card for that, but he gave it to you for what? Did y'all see that? See how greedy that you are? That you'll put $2,000 on yourself on a credit card, but you won't put $2,000 and give it as a seed in the offering. You don't think God would turn around and help you pay that off? Look, that ain't godly. Oh, it ain't godly? But it's godly for you to go out there and spend all that $2,000 on yourself, but you don't give God. Will a man rob me? Yet you have robbed me in tithes and offering. The church has robbed God in offerings. You don't want nobody to be up here, and you don't want no preacher to be up here looking all shabby. I had to watch where I was. You don't want that. Watch this, what? Whatever I look like, whatever I do, guess what else? Y'all gonna do. If I'm broke, guess what gonna happen? Y'all broke. You don't believe it? What's your bank account been looking like? Okay. I want to show you something. You can always tell where it at because of what's on the head. So if you've been having a problem with your bank account, ain't nothing been going in there? 9 times out of 10, ain't nothing on the head. Sheep like shepherd. It getting quiet. See, the more you keep me with money, the more money flow in your pocket. There's no gimmick. This is blessing. You want to know how to get blessed? Bless your man of God. Let me say that again. Not just with money, with your time, with whatever you have. When you go to the store, watch this. Do you know that if you buy 5 cans of corn, do you know that one of them is supposed to come to the church? Do you know that you bought 2 pairs of shoes? Do you know that one of them is supposed to come to the church? Uh-oh. Getting quiet now, ain't it? Get quiet now. You rob me in tithes and offering, but we are always thinking about money. Everything that you turn around and get, guess what? The church supposed to cover it. He say foot too big, so. So I might not get you, but y'all don't know who called me and say, man, I got burnt out. Do y'all see where it is? See, it's not for me. It's for me to be able to be a blessing on the behalf of this church to everybody else when they call and say, you know what? We had a burnout last night. We lost everything. Oh, okay, no problem. Come on down here. We got shoes, we got clothes, we got everything. See, that's what the church is supposed to be about. And how does that happen? Through you. Somebody hungry. I don't have to give them no money. Come on back here. I got food for you. You want a TV? No problem. Come on back here. Get a TV. Be blessed. How's that going to happen? Through your generous givings. Okay. Let me get on out of here. So, tithes, 10%. First fruit means you give him something off of the harvest that you were not expecting. All of a sudden, you got it. Some of y'all got some money 2 days ago. Are you going to give him a little first fruit? Or are you just going to give him the tithes? Or you just going to say, man, I ain't giving God nothing. But I know y'all don't say that because y'all don't talk to God like that. Y'all just don't do it. Well, silence is consent. See, when you don't say nothing, you still saying, God, I know what you said it, but. So every time that you don't pay your tithes, every time that you don't do your offering, you saying, God, I know what you said, but. And we got ministers around here ain't paying tithes. But you want to preach. Oh, getting quiet now. Why are you putting our business on TV? Because you robbing God. And you know better. So that sometimes he said he chasing those that he loves.
That's right. Come on.
If I didn't love you, I wouldn't say nothing to you. Stop robbing God. Don't do that. Do not do that. You want to become a millionaire, billionaire, thousandaire. Some of y'all just have no desire. Just give me enough to make it. That God, hey, bless you. But if dad got Bentleys, streets paved with gold, pearly gates, that means I got a right as an heir to have the same thing. It's time out. See, what makes a person in the street go to a dope dealer? Y'all don't want to say that? What make them go to there? What make them go to the gangs and stuff? Because of stuff that they got. What make them not come to the church? Church ain't got nothing. We ain't got nothing. All this God that we say we trust in God. And the church is the most scarce place in the world. We're the most fearful people in the world. right now, if you had to turn around and give your last bill money to God, majority of the people would not do it. Your bill will come before God. So he said, you robbed me in tithes and offering. You cannot afford not to tithe. Some of y'all, I can't afford to tithe. No, baby, you can't afford not to tithe. And if the tithe is a debt, somebody got to be in debt. So let them be in debt, not God. Somebody got to wait. Let them wait. I'm here right now to declare and decree to everybody in here, if you want to go across the top in your giving, God will bless you tremendously. I'm not knocking the tithe. I'm just telling you that tithes does not bring increase. And that's what we've been preaching so long, and y'all be getting mad because you didn't see an increase, because we pastors did not tell y'all that tithing does not bring increase. Tithing only sustains you. It's the offering, everything over. So when you hear my voice, he say, did you hear my voice, harden not your heart. What you gonna do? Have you already planned to give your $5? Have you already just said, you know what, I'm going to give you $2.50 already? But did you ever stop and say, God, what would you like me to give today? I love you so much that I'm showing you that this money don't belong to me. This don't belong to me. Because y'all do know, bless all those that are poor in spirit, which means that we don't own anything. All this belongs to God. All this, we're the representative. And so we could have a whole lot of stuff. We need a parking lot out there. Ain't y'all tired of coming up on rocks? Let that rain start hitting and tires get to spinning. Okay? We got a brand new toilet down there, but no stalls. How we gonna get it? I don't know. It won't be on me, partner. You get it the way it is, you get it. No, God sent you here. And if God sent you here, stop holding back God's money. I'm gone. I'm gone. See, everything that we need is in the house. I've said this again. Everything that the church needs is already in here, whether y'all believe that or not. Some of y'all got 401ks. Some of y'all got retirement. That's for my retirement. What if you don't make it? What if you don't make it to retirement? Some of y'all got big insurance policies that you can take money out on the insurance policy and then pay it back. Don't run your credit. Use that as collateral. See, the money's in the house. The money is always in the house. But we don't want to talk about it. This is one thing I'm going to keep talking about until y'all just get sick and tired of hearing me say it. Y'all stop robbing God. God bless you to be a blessing to him so he can be a blessing to you. It's a never-ending circle. But he said, if you be stingy, stingy will come to you. Freely give, freely receive. Question, comments? I know it's not one of these jump them down. Again, when you start talking about giving in the church, people don't want to hear it. And the first thing you get mad at is like, the devil rock you out and say, talk about that money stuff again, man. I want to do it. I just ain't got it. Well, how do you do it? Do you wait till you have it, or you start where you are? See, this is one of the trick of the enemy. The enemy keeps saying, well, if I had it. What are you doing with what you have? See, we always think about, if I want to give $100, I can't give $100, but you can give $5. You can get $2 extra. You can get $10 extra. And according to how your faith develops, that's how you move up. You don't start trying to give no $1,000 right now. You know you ain't got no faith for that. You know you ain't got no. Stop tripping. You know right now, $20 will make you scared. Y'all already know that. So stop living above your faith. See, here's the other key. Never give above your faith level. If your faith is only $2, baby, stick to that $2. Does that make sense? I'm not sitting here telling you now, you need to give all of your bank account, and then you're going to be running me and say, they put me out of my house, my home, and everything else, because there's some other steps. You got to water it. You got to cultivate it. You got to speak word over it. You got to speak life to it and not death, because death and life are in the power of the tongue. Do you know that a lot of your seeds have been killed by what you say out of your mouth? So you gave a seed, but you came back. And watch this, what he said. God loves a cheerful giver. Goodbye, y'all. I'm gone. God loves a cheerful giver. Now, and when we give, not the tithe, because remember, you pay tithe. But when we give offering, Guess what you did to the seed? You killed it. Because he said, I love a cheerful. He said, I'd rather for you to be hot or cold than to be lukewarm. If you don't want to give God, he said, don't give me nothing grudgingly. You want that little money that you gave, I gave it to you. So you want to hold on to it. We're supposed to give away houses and cars right now. Do y'all know that? We're supposed to be giving that away. Guess how we're going to do it? Through what? Not tithes. It's through your giving. Everything over the tithe. Again, y'all see how quiet it is, church mouth? We're listening. We listen. Yeah, Now, what you going to do about it? Now that you've heard that, what you going to do? Are you going to walk out here still the same way? Are you still going to walk out of here and say, you know what? That was good, but, man, I got to have some lunch money. I got to have gas money for the rest of the week. I'm telling y'all what I do know. There are plenty of times I didn't have nothing, and I gave it out. And before I could even get it back, God had already blessed me with it. I'm telling y'all, that lady sitting back there that always keep giving the preachers, big money grip, would never have a want. I'm trying to help y'all. I can't say it no more. I know it's just like, man, come on, man, come on. You don't say it that 30 times. I get the picture. No, you don't get the picture until you start doing it. Come on, truth. See, we're supposed to be the example to other churches. You don't need a whole lot of folks to do nothing. Y'all do know the more people you got, the more hell you got. He just said 2 or 3. Did y'all catch that? 2 or 3. Do y'all know that 2 or 3 of us in this church can carry the whole load? You don't need the whole church. It would be great if we had the whole church, but let's face it. Some of y'all is going to do one ear and out the other. I'm still going to do what I'm doing. Watch this. You spend more money on beer and wine than you do giving God offering. I know y'all don't drink. Getting quiet now. It's for relaxation. For everybody that needs some relaxation, let me help you. Have you ever had money in your pocket? Didn't it relax you? Oh, come on now. Only time that you're not relaxed is when you ain't got no money. See, money in your pocket make you relax and it make you walk a little different. When you got money in your pocket, it don't make you even worry about stuff. Stuff come to your way, you be like, oh, that's all right, that's all right. But when you broke, everything bothers you. Cat get on your nerve. Dog get on your nerve. Your children get on your nerve. Your people that you're in love with get on your nerve. Everybody. Husband and wife be fussing. When they ain't got no money, you can always tell when the husband and wife ain't got no money, like, man, why the world I married you? I could do bad by myself. I've been there. Don't y'all look at the relationships that you in? You get along better when y'all got money. When both of y'all broke, y'all argue all the time. Okay. Question coming. I'm telling you, you can spot it. See, we want to eliminate many problems we can. See, when you got money, watch this. He says money is the answer. Now, we don't love money. We got a right to it because we love God and God brings money. He said, don't try to go and be wealthy. Just love God and wealth will come. See, do you know my vision here? I want this church to own all of Batesville land. What? Yes, we should. All of us in here should own all the land in Batesville. Because he who has the money has the what? Power. So if we want things to happen in Batesville, I need y'all to come on. Let's become prosperous. Expect more. Expect more. Okay, let me get on out of it. Expect more. The church ain't been expecting more. If you've been joining us, if you want to get some more money into your pocket, learn how to be an offering payer, giver. Now, the tithes is the 10th that sustains you, but the offering takes you across the top. You want the 36 and 100-fold? Learn how to give offering above the 10% and watch it. I put this out here again. If you give something to God and it does not come back more than what you gave to God, I give you your money back. Until next week, I'm Pastor Mac. I love you. I give you the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. Be blessed. I'll see you next week.